It's Week 13 of the NFL, and all eyes are on the Jaguars' versatile running back. He should be a busy man out of the backfield. It's the Jags and the Titans, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
We're looking live at a beautiful fly-in to Everbank Field in Jacksonville. Even if you close your eyes, Brock, you'd still know exactly where you were by the rallying cry of the Jaguar faithful in the stands. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw.
To kick off, here's Ryan Stonehouse. And we're underway from Everbank Stadium. Devin Duvernay to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. So here are the Jaguars taking over for the first time on offense. And bringing them out to former #1 overall pick out of Clemson in 2021, Trevor Lawrence.
A win is a win for him, whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. And being the team-first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just 1 touchdown pass, or maybe even no touchdown passes, so long as they get the win in the end.
He's keeping it. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Chidobe Awuzie there on the tackle. So after their first offensive snap, we'll have a break in the action. One of the linemen in need of some attention from the trainers. Second down now, 7 to go. Now Lawrence on the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he's going for it again. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
He's got Thomas on the slant. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
At the 45-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Now movement as somebody goes early. And for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials.
Ball start, offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump. And, well, they got one of them to move that time. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. They'll run here following the penalty. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Lawrence in the pistol. Finds him on the crossing route. And they make the tackle at the 38. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Offense executing early, new set of downs at the 38-yard line. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he gets this one down to the 30-yard line. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Back to the well again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. They're dealing with injury right now, Brock, as we can all see here, but you wouldn't know it for a second based on how they've played. They are one of the best teams in football.
Well, we've kept waiting. I think their opponents have kept waiting for the other shoe to drop at some point, right? By this point, I'm not sure it ever will. This is a team that's been built solid. From the top of the depth chart to all of the backup roles. Even missing players, they're better than most other teams right now in this league.
They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
Well, the QB right there, he put it pretty close to the sidelines to begin with. And the defender, well, that was a nice job. Just simply put a hand out there and let me just encourage the ball to fall incomplete.
And he sails that one over the end zone.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Sticking in the air with Lawrence. Escapes the pocket. And he will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville! The Jaguars finish up an excellent opening series. Trevor Lawrence with the touchdown. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established and into top gear right here early on.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jaguars will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On now is Cook to kick this away. Starting from the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. So here come the Titans now to get their first drive of the game. And leading them out to the 2nd pick of the 2nd round back in 2023. Out of Kentucky, it's Will Levis.
2 numbers that a lot of people were focused on from his performance last week. That would be 3 and 0, as in touchdowns and interceptions. That's a quarterback who was efficient, aggressive in the right spots, but he took great care of the football. And of course, well, he cares less about those 2 numbers. He's more about the alphabet, like that letter W, picking up the win in that ball game.
Tough one to retain through that hit. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Levis from the shotgun. That throw finds Okonkwo. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Stopped by Foye Oluokun. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Shotgun now for Levis. He's on the move. Oh, he's gonna run for it! And he's brought down after a short gain.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
The Titans sending out Ryan Stonehouse now on 4th down to in turn send a punt away. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence set to take over on offense once again. And his effectiveness hasn't been limited to what he can do with his arm this season. On that last drive, he reached a significant mark for his efforts on the ground as well. 1st down throw, Lawrence. Into traffic, complete. Good little rip there, looks like about 6. Tackled on that play by Isaiah Simmons. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Lawrence now off the play action. Here's pressure, and he is dropped by the Titans. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, a defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating 3rd and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
Here's a nickel look by the Titans. 3rd down. Lawrence working from the gun. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
An 8-yard gain.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Secures this at the 17. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. 65 yards on the punt there. And the Titans will get set to take over. Throwing now on first down, Levis. Hauled in by Tyler Boyd. Now a moment to check out his numbers catching that football last week.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 34-yard line.
In a good spot here, second and inches. The first carry here for Tony Pollard. Runs into traffic and hits a wall, no gain. The former #1 pick, Trayvon Walker on the stop. Here we go, third and less than a yard. Levis now off the play fake. That's caught for the first. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down, and nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Boyd will go in motion right. First and 10, it's Pollard. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. The former #1 pick, Trayvon Walker on the stop. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
At the 47-yard line.
From the gun, Levis. This one falls incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Throwing his Levis on third down. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Ryan Stonehouse back out there again to punt it away. Out to return this for the Jaguars, Devin Duvernay. His first punt win 50. This is away and looks even better. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, first and 10. Give now to the running back. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. First and 10, it's Lawrence. Finds him over the middle. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Roger McCreary brings him down that time. Second and 6 coming up here.
Now second and 6 at the 46-yard line.
From the 46. Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Here we go, second and very long. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Ryan Thomas Jr., his intended target. And things look tougher now with third and long.
Third down and 16.
Lawrence looking to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
To number 20.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on third down.
And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20.
At their own 19.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Now Levis. Okonkwo brings it in. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 26-yard line.
They give to Pollard on the option. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Pollard, the ball carrier.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
This one finds Boyd. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Here's Levis. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Slot man motioned over. To throw again on 2nd down, Levis. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up. Levis throwing again. Getting out to his left. He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
Here comes the Titans punting unit. Back deep is Duvernay. And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. 3rd time they've called on him as he gets this away. This one's headed for the sideline and out. We'll get the mark. They say it's at the 9 where it crossed. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And they had that one contained right at the line. Amani Hooker with the tackle. 1 quarter down in this all AFC South contest. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. Back for the 2nd quarter. It's Jaguar football. They are facing 2nd down deep on their own end. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Man, this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Brought down on the play by T'Vondre Sweat. Got to figure out this 3rd down here.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. This is complete to Duvernay. And he's going to be out of bounds, I think a yard or 2 short of the 20 here. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. All set up now for 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Brought down on the play by T'Vondre Sweat. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
And 10 at the 20-yard line.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Flush down out to his left. Now here he goes. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Another carry for him. And he's brought down for a loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a third run after back-to-back negative losses.
Completed to Davis. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Into the hands of Duvernay. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Roger McCreary brings him down that time. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
At the Titans' 38-yard line.
From the 38. This is hauled in by Ingram. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
On first down, they'll run. He's contained at the line for no gain. Taken down by Sebastian Joseph Day. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Here's Lawrence to throw. He's got it over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. Oh, saw some movement there. That's going to cost them 5. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. Well, the jumpiness cost him 5. 1st and goal, a little bit tougher here. Now it's Lawrence. Has it in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. On the move, headed right. Diving for the goal line, and it's not free! And that goes out through the end zone. So a costly turnover, a would-be touchdown. Gonna be a touchback instead. Ball coming out to the 20.
Well, that looked like a last-gasp effort to deny them a touchdown. He came with one final wild swing at the ball, and he connects. They get off the field with the touchback, but they're celebrating like they dove on it themselves.
Levis now on 1st down. He's on the move. Oh, look at this. Here he goes.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
That pass complete to Boyd. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Levis from the shotgun. He's got him. That's McMillan. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Some early movement on the left side there, but was he the first to go, or was he provoked? One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. From the gun, Levis. Forced out to his right. He's going to keep it this time.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
Throwing his Levis on 3rd down. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Now, after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. Ryan Stonehouse on the punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. And this one is crushed. Wow, beautiful punt here. That is going to go for 60 plus. The Jaguars returning their offense and this running back to the field. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll run the counter. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
From the 22 on 2nd down. Pressure's there, and he goes down again.
A 1-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. Gets everything he has under this throw.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Has it at the 37. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Titans and Tyler Boyd set to go to work again. And they've had a real connection looking his way in our opening half. Seems pretty clear that he's the one the coverage is going to have to adjust to and start slowing down. Levis here on 1st down. Boyd hauls it in. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 50-yard line.
Handoff running right, Pollard. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Running it after the penalty. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And he's going to work his way almost to midfield. That's stopped at the 48. Jaguars with an extra defensive back out there, 3rd down. Shotgun now for Levis. Escapes the pocket. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. Ryan Stonehouse sent out to punt it away. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he's got this fair catch right along the 12-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Jaguars are going to take over from deep in their own side. 1st down throw, Lawrence. He's got Thomas on the slant. And he gets him around 6 there. L'Jarius Sneed there for the stop. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Lawrence working from the gun. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Isaiah Simmons there defensively.
Now Lawrence. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
And he's touched down about 5 yards shy of that 1st down marker.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
And the Jaguars first down.
Sticking in the air with Lawrence. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that'll bring up 2nd down. He'll throw it yet again. Buys time, rolling right. He's keeping it. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's 2nd. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Throwing from the gun here. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And he gets it back. Oh, there's still a shot at the 1st. Jacksonville in punt formation. Logan Cook, the one to kick it away. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. Starts his return from the 23. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. He takes a knee, and that's going to run out the final couple seconds of half number 1. So we're halfway through this contest from Jacksonville. The hometown Jaguars out in front. Now we'll keep it in-state, but send you a couple hours away to our buddy in Orlando. It's Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Dak Prescott leading the way with a couple of touchdown passes in the victory. From there, let's head to New Jersey. The Jets at home at MetLife Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Jordan Travis, strong in the victory as his guys move to 9-3 now on the year. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they were winners as they defeat the visiting New England Patriots. Josh Allen, terrific in the victory as his guys move their record to 9-4 on the year. In the first half, we saw a strong outing from Trevor Lawrence. His touchdown run was the lone score of those first 2 quarters as his guys hold a 7-0 lead.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the 3rd quarter. He's going to field this at the 2. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Titans and Tony Pollard headed back out there offensively. And the running lanes, and they've been hazardous. Not quite the decorated collection of highlights from him that we're going to look at here. Those big plays, the explosive runs where he leads an offense, just haven't been there for him in this one. They'll start this one on the ground with Pollard. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with a tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these third downs.
Fair catch called for and made at the 35-yard line. So no return on that punt. And it'll be Jaguars football. Now the Jaguars offense ready to take over once more. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Got a man, it's Thomas. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Lawrence to throw it. Dump off caught by his back. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. L'Jarius Sneed there for the stop. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Simple dive up the middle. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. It's Kenneth Murray on the tackle. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9.
Third down and 9.
From the shotgun, Lawrence escapes out to the left. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
Jacksonville, 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Here's a toss headed right. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 12-yard line.
They'll send him over right. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Well, we put way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack. That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
He stopped on the return at the 27. Out come the Titans for another offensive possession. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. They give to Pollard from the gun. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Here's 2nd and 11. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Here's Levis. He's on the move. Oh, he's gonna run for it. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
Their punter making his way out now. And this is going to put him up to 6 punts today. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. No return on that punt. And it'll be their football. The Jaguars are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And this is the type of game that's going to get people talking when people look at the numbers that he's posted running with it. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 22-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. This one intended for the running back. And that means 3rd down coming up. Lawrence throwing here. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's running for it. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
The Jaguars into punt formation. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. Starts the return at the 34. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And the Titans will get set to take over. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Levis now on 1st down. And he's not going to escape this. The Jags drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again following the sack. This one finds Boyd. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Jaguars, well, they must be thinking pass here, huh? They're in the dime. 3rd down coming up. Levis from the shotgun. Catch is made down the right sideline. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. Now the Jaguars getting set to go. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Lawrence now off the play action. And this one's up there, but a little too far up there.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little.
And the Titans rush brings him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions to get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Here's Lawrence to throw. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
They'll send out the punting unit. He has it at the 33. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Titans ready to take over on offense. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Completed over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
That's going to be caught, Tony Pollard. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10.
First down, Titans.
From the gun, Levis. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Out to his wideout, it's a screen. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They get 13 on the pickup. And that'll be a Tennessee first down.
First down, Tennessee.
From the gun, they go with Pollard. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Devin Lloyd on the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Right back to Pollard. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Darnell Savage brings that to an end. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Handoff headed right, it's Akers. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
The Titans going with a field goal unit here. It is a 44-yard look from the right hash. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead's 7.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Out now runs the Jaguars offense. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
First down throw, Lawrence. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now it's 2nd down. Back to throw, here's Lawrence. Escapes the pocket. He's running with it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So nothing but a pair of field goals added to the board as we arrive at the end of our 3rd quarter. It's Jaguars football with a slight lead. Just got to hang on to it for one final quarter. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Another carry for him. And he'll get this forward, and he's stopped at the 37. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
7-yard line. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Lawrence working from the gun. He's on the move. Now he takes it, and he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
You know, before the snap, you know right before the snap you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment, made at the perfect time for the first down.
1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Into the hands of Duvernay. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They're now set for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Complete out to the right. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him.
And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Jaguars go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
Little able to connect on the point after. And the Jaguars double their lead to 14. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. On now is Cook to kick this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. Pass brought in by Traylon Burks. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Now there's the flag. Looks like the jump came from the left side of the line. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. They'll run here following the penalty. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped at his own side at the 49. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Shotgun now for Levis. Finds him over the middle. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Looking to throw Levis. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Levis to the air now. And the Jaguars are there. He's all down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive, because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
So a really tough spot here. This is 3rd and a country mile. Now Levis. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Here comes the Titans punting unit. Ryan Stonehouse will kick it away. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. No return on this one. It's going to make it out of bounds and across the 25, spotted at the 24. The home team's ready for their next series. Let out on offense by their quarterback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. It's a gain of 22, and that's a Jaguar first down.
This dude was just not going to be stopped, not by the first defender, heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
Completed to Davis. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Second down now, 7 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at their 49-yard line.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. He's got Thomas on the slant. And they make the tackle at the 38. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. New set of downs for him at the 38.
That's good for
On first down, they'll run. And finally, they're able to bring him to the ground. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. From the 32. Throw reeled in by Thomas. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
good for another Jaguars.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Lawrence throwing here. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
And he'll only get this to the 26 before going down. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. Cam Little getting the call on 4th down here to put 3 up for the Jaguars. Ball on the right hash, the distance 43 yards. The kick by Shudak is good. And that makes this a 3-score game.
I think you could call this one now, Kate. His field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
Jackson now to return it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So the Tennessee offense headed out for another series. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Throwing is Levis. Escapes the pocket. Now here he goes. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
Oh man, those defensive players hate slippery quarterbacks. Near impossible to keep them hedged in or corral them behind the line there. He evades them long enough to turn a potential loss into positive yardage.
And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Working quickly here. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they'll have it across midfield as he runs out. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down.
First down, Tennessee.
Levis setting to throw. And a man is there to knock that away.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And they bring him down around the 34. Levis throwing again. He's got him. That's McMillan. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Levis from the shotgun. That pass complete to McMillan. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Here's Levis. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And now they face 2nd down. From the gun, Levis. Hits him on the out route. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. And it's a nickel set from the Jags on this 3rd down. Levis now against the blitz. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Jacksonville heading out there on offense. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. It's the 2-minute warning here in Jacksonville. Jaguars approaching win number 7 on the year. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Back-to-back carries here. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Back to the well again. And he's brought down for a loss. They're out now, ready to punt it. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he drives it towards the other end of the field. That's fielded at the 46. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Now, after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. Throwing now on 1st down, Levis. Completed over the middle. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Now we get a timeout taken by the Titans. That's their first. From the 39. Hits his running back. And he's able to get this down to the 36. Tennessee calling its 2nd timeout now. Still one more in their pocket to use. 1st down, ball at the 36. Levis back to throw. Chased out to his right. The Titans call their 3rd and final timeout. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Levis. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down. Here's a throw. Taking a final shot at the end zone. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock. All right, one more snap to play here. Desperation time here on 4th. Need this to force overtime. And that pass falls incomplete. Well, they kept trying, they kept taking shots to the very end, but now we have reached that end. This one's over. So the Jaguars come away with the win in this one. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. It's a win for the Jaguars as we bid farewell from Jacksonville.